Hi everyone, it's Kristen Redman, and today we're going to go over those planetary aspects that are surrounding us and affecting us for this week, November 14th through the 20th. And this week there is so much focus on the connection between the mind, the body, and the spirit. And it all starts today with that supermoon we got going on out in the sky. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about because we have heard nothing else but about this supermoon over the past couple of days. Everywhere I look, it's on the TV, it's on the internet, it's everywhere. And that moon, by golly, it's the closest it's been to Earth in 70 years. So it appears ginormous. We can see greater detail to this wonderful moon than we ever have. And as an astrologer, I'm going to tell you what that means on a spiritual level. Okay, the moon represents our inner self. It kind of represents our emotional side and what's normally hidden from other people. It's the inner us, inner self. And in a full moon, the sun and the moon are in complete opposition of one another, okay? Right now, the sun is in Scorpio, and it's all about transformation that happens as a result of the crisis, the trauma, and the death and the loss that we've encountered in our life. And it also has to deal with how we share of ourselves with others, okay? And the moon is in Taurus, and it is all about our physical self, our finances, our resources, how we work and how we earn and spend our money. Okay, and so when the sun and the moon are in opposition of one each other, it's kind of like we have that face-off between the outer self and the inner self, and therein lies that struggle, that constant struggle that we have between the two. And now we're focusing a lot on that polarity between what it is that we want in this life, okay, how we work to get it, how we spend our finances to get that, and how to balance the two with our spiritual side and the divine connection that we have with God and the angels that bring us that support on a daily basis. And so today we have this powerful full moon close to Earth, close to us. The Earth is the human body in astrology, right? So right now we're very in touch with our emotional self. We're in touch with those emotions. They become bigger and more obvious to us today. We become aware of our intuition, how strong our intuition is, how greatly guided we truly are. That becomes in the focus today too, because the sun in Scorpio is all about that metaphysical realm. Scorpio is that line between the dark side of the unknown and the light of the reality that we live in this life. It's that light that shines between the two. So when the light is in Scorpio, when the sun is in Scorpio, we really focus on that side of ourselves, how we walk that thin line between the two. We have so much around us, okay, that's trying to guide us, give us the answers that we are asking for. And today, getting yourself in that full moon will help bring a little bit of illumination onto yourself as well as the guidance that you're seeking, okay? This is a moon for closure. It's about focusing on those losses that we've had and the crises that we've endured that bring the transformation in this lifetime. Okay, a lot of that's going to be focused on tonight. Grounding our emotions, okay, because it's such an earth-focused moon. It's not about just being up in the metaphysical realm and focusing on that spiritual connection or being stuck in this mind, okay? It's about the body as well, bringing all of them together, aligning them together. A lot of focus is going to be on our finances, how we share that with others. And not only that, but our bank account internally of self-worth, okay? We're going to be focusing on how much of ourselves we give to others, how much of ourselves we share with others, because that's a lot of what Scorpio is focused on, is what we share with other people, and Taurus is focused on what we physically have. So a lot of that is brought into focus today. And opening our hearts to the universal abundance that's always around us, right? And it's a matter of manifesting what we want through our thoughts. Through our thought process, we've opened this gateway of the 1111 gateway that happened last week on November 11th. And it really does. It brings into focus that what our thoughts create our reality. They really do. And that's such a vital focus tonight with that moon as well. Let's get ourselves in that full moon tonight. Okay, when you see that glorious, gorgeous, beautiful, glowing white light that's out there, know that that base of it is our physical self. And the light that's illuminating it is Scorpio, the unknown. And it may be scary, but it's illuminating ourselves, bringing into focus what it is that we need to change on a physical basis to get in contact with that spiritual self, to bring that happiness, to manifest what it is that we want. And that metaphysical side of ourself is having that faith and trust that no matter what, God always will protect us. sustain us, provide for us what we need, regardless of the darkness that we face. A lot of that tonight. Get yourself in that full moon. Take out your paper and your pen, your stones, anything that you feel needs to be cleansed and revitalized, and that moon will bring it tonight. Bring a lot of that into focus. And not only that, but ground our emotions. I feel a lot of that's been scattered throughout this. This Scorpio has been a very intense Scorpio the past few weeks. A lot of transformation and loss. And tonight really helps bring some grounding into that. And over the next couple of days, to really start to manifest those things that we really want, and not out of fear. It's out of that connection that we have with God. Each of us has a different God, whether you believe it or not, regardless of your faith, regardless of your denomination. We all see God as a little bit of a different essence than the next guy. And nobody's God is the right one. We all have a different God. And this week we're focusing a lot on that, especially because we have Neptune, the planet of our direct connection with the source of God, how we transcend this physical body to be in contact with our spirit and with that spirit of God. That planet Neptune is going out of retrograde. It's been there since beginning of June is when Neptune went retrograde, and it goes out on Saturday. And while Neptune is retrograde, we are able to really get in touch with our spiritual side. We're really able to get in touch with that creative side of ourselves, okay? And really focus on these things. And this affects our Pisces friends the most. Those are you that have sun, moon, or ascendant in your birth chart in Pisces. You're going to be affected by this Neptune retrograde the most. It's a time when it goes direct, especially for you folks, that you're going to feel that the fog is lifted. That you're shifting from this internal darkness mindset into the light. That Scorpio rays is going to be shining a light on it now of transformation and change. And it's also going to be shining a light on how we connect with God. And it's through meditation, it's through prayer, it's through that special time that we set aside each day just to say, God, universe, I hear you. And I'm putting the pulse of my heartbeat and my soul beat in tune with you. I open myself to you. And all of us do it in a special, different way. And as Neptune goes direct, that fog that's around us of confusion and illusion and all of these things that Neptune brings, it does get lifted. And we'll all feel that in the next couple of weeks, especially, that fog is lifted. The confusion is kind of being dropped, okay? There's no more denying the obvious that we've been trying to bury our heads in the sand and not see. You can't really deceive yourself any longer. It has to be brought out into the light of day to be dealt with. It helps our dreams to come true when Neptune goes direct, because Neptune is the planet of dreams. And we really begin to dream even bigger about how we want to manifest and change those things, right? Especially with this full moon energy that carries throughout this entire week to really manifest what we want. And another thing too that happens when Neptune goes direct, those that find that they substitute that connection for God with drugs or alcohol to be able to disconnect from the reality that they live in, they're going to really have those issues brought into focus and start really strengthening that specific bond they have with God, so they no longer need those substances to fill that void. A lot of that happens this week as well. Dreams become clearer, and we no longer can deceive ourselves with those things that we do. So this week, that is the energy we have with this beautiful, powerful new moon. And so we are going to see what kind of messages the angels have to bring us as well through this powerful full moon, getting in touch with those emotions, our intuitive divine feminine self, with our mother, with our mothering energies. Where do you want us to focus? Hold on. Super strong. Well, isn't that interesting? I think we just had Raziel shining his little rainbow light. Raziel is the angel of Leo energy, our divine metaphysical angel that shows us how to get in contact with that side of ourselves, how to heal one another through the prism of the rainbow, all the chakras. That's what he's telling me we're focusing on. He's also the angel of dreams, okay? Whether there are sleeping dreams or waking daydreams, he is the angel that kind of guides us in that. So I feel that he is the one surrounding us this week to kind of illuminate those dreams a little bit clearer. Ask for him tonight in that beautiful moonlight. Get yourself in the moonlight tonight, I tell you what. Feel that energy. What do you have to tell us, Raziel? I'm going to do this 5 times. because he is the angel of Leo. Leo represents the 5th house in astrology, of fun, of having that childlike innocence and attitude with God, saying, just like a child, being that innocent and saying, I trust you, Father. You will take care of me. I have no doubts about your ability to guide me. What is this here? Here we go. So on, that's so wonderful. Okay, so this one here is the 6 of air, and it represents letting go, moving past emotional blocks that keep us from moving forward. The 6 of air is a card that represents the toughest time is behind us, and now we are moving forward on our journey to letting go of the things that do hold us back. It says that things are looking up, the difficult situation is over, or it could even literally be representative of taking a trip sometime this week as well to move past these things. This one will also indicate that you will travel over water of some form to get to where you're going to kind of release this emotional ties that may hold you back. Wonderful things are coming with that, though. That card also represents Mercury and Aquarius, too, about being able to be free and liberated from that. Raziel, I'm going to do this 3 more times for you. You tell us which chakra this energy is focused on. Pulling this together with this energy. I totally lost count. I get yapping and I lose my count. 3 more times. All right, we'll do 3 more times. Oh, Raziel, where's this energy? Okay, here we go. Aw, Joy, how's about that, eh? Aw, in that solar plexus where our power is, right in here. Okay, this card is so easily summed up by finding that happiness, releasing the past to be able to move into the forward light of joy and abundance that is waiting for us. Because that's what this moon is all about. It truly is. Finding the internal and external abundance that we've been searching for. And the route to doing that is getting most in touch with our intuition. Building our intuition up so we can hear these angels that surround us and are trying to guide us to what it is we need to do. To the messages they're trying to bring. That's pretty much the main thing, and that's what brings us the happiness and the abundance and the joy that we're looking for in this lifetime. Lots of yellow this week, a lot with the solar plexus. Watch out for some stomach issues. I have a feeling because that's where the anxiety builds up the most when we overthink things. Too much focus on that. So this week, everybody know that we are at the end of these difficult situations as long as you want to release that emotional baggage that holds you back. It's time to objectively look at that. Put yourself in that moon with your stones, with yourself, and cleanse yourself in this amazing moonlight that won't be around again for 70 years, focusing on that mind, body, and spirit connection. Your own specific connection that you have with God. Okay? Everybody have a wonderful week.